What is up, guys? Robin Leijon back here again on the URM YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a neat little trick to give your mix just that little more excitement before you're sending it off to your client. So I have a mix right here that I'm working on, and I think it's almost there. So I'll give you a little peek around the song to let you hear how it sounds. So as you can hear, it doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't have that like extra excitement, or it doesn't sound as it has enough life. And when I'm talking about having life in a mix, then I talk more about the high end more than I do about the low end. When I talk about drive, for example, then I talk about low end or low mids, and then it's more like bass and kick drum, that area. But this mix, I feel, lacks a little bit of life. So what I'm going to do is open up my master, and I'll actually add one of my favorite plugins that I always use, DF-Xcite from Drumforge. Okay, you might think this is weird because it's the plugin made for drums, but I feel that it works for almost any occasion or any instrument. You just gotta have the right settings for it. I like to press this HQ button. I think it's like oversampling or something, but okay, never mind. We have these modes here: rock kick, indie kick, metal kick, 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 snare, snare, EDM, snare, toms, cymbals, drum group, drum room. So in my head, it's set to those are specific for just kicks. And then I guess the initial EQ curve for these are set to these modes. So I like to set it to drum group, drum room, because in my head, that makes this work better for mastering or any occasion. Like for if you use it for guitar example, I would set it to this as well. But then I don't use it in parallel on all bands. So I set everything to 50. And I still use the American, not the vintage, or I think it's extreme. And I'll play the song and then I'll just sweep around. I will probably just use these two because as I said before, I think this mix needs more life rather than drive, because I think the drums and bass sit really nicely. It just needs that little bit extra. So I'm going to pop that up, have it here, and I'm going to play through the mix and just tweak. And then I'll talk about why I added what I added. Let's go. Okay, just by adding high mids, you can hear that the snare attack, the guitars, everything kind of gets pushed forward and it sounds bigger. So what I think now is that we are halfway there. I'm probably gonna add some treble, and I will have to sweep it and see where it fits throughout the song, because I don't want to automate this, so I want to set it at a static point where it just goes through the whole song. We begin with the chorus. Okay, so what I did now was I turned this down so I can hear the treble. And as you might hear, you can take more in the chorus. It gives life to these cymbals, makes them more present in the mix, but they are still like more behind in the mix. But this helps to bring it forward, but still have that behindness that they have. And we bring this back to 2. This one we had at 7. And when I had this, as I said before, it made a mix sound fuller and bigger. Brought the guitars and snare, as well as vocals, more upfront, gave them a little bit more body, even though we didn't add any low mids. It gave that mid-range meat. Okay, so now I'm going to play the song and I will bypass, or I will show you before and after, and I'll go through each segment of the mix so you can hear what it does to, for example, breakdowns and choruses. And I just want to add that if you feel that your mix sounds great even without this, you can add it just to like give shine to a chorus, for example. So you automate it to kick in when the chorus kicks in. So you give that chorus a really nice airy feel that just pops out compared to the other parts of the mix. And what you can do is like, you can start with 1 or 2 at the first chorus. Second chorus, you can boost it up to 4, and the last chorus you can have it at the top value that you set before. So you can give like each chorus some more attention throughout the whole song or whole mix. Okay, so I'm going back to 7 and to 2, and we'll check out some parts of the mix. We'll start with the first breakdown, or breakdown/riff. Okay, so I had to drive back the treble a little bit. I thought it was a little bit too much. It was a little bit tedious to listen to. Okay, here comes the breakdown. Okay, so I'll show you real quick how you could add this as a tool to make your choruses pop out more. We'll just bring it up again. And as you see, I have it after my max bass and before any EQ or multiband compression that I have. And it's no real reason why. I just like to add it before max bass, because max bass adds some harmonics and stuff for the low end, and then I like to add something that gives back that liveness to the mix. A cool thing with when you use VST3 plugins, you can right click this button, just show track envelope, and you have the automation here. Okay, we have the chorus here. So we'll just bypass like so and see. I'm just gonna drag it over. Like so. This is not the best song to do this because it sounds great throughout the whole song and might not be like in its favor to do something like this, but just to show you an example. As you hear, it really brought forward the chorus compared to the rest. So this could be a really good tool to make something pop out in the mix, as well as give your mix more life. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm Robin Leijon and this is the URM YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe for any other videos and for more mixing tutorials and whatever. So, have a nice day.